All right, the Louisville Cardinals take down Clemson 33-21. Clemson at home loses. Do they lose their opportunity to go to the playoffs with the loss yesterday? Let's break it all down. First off, do they lose opportunity? No. Are they in control now of getting to the ACC championship and of getting to the playoffs? That's a big no as well. And I think that is the hard part for any football team is right now, especially in the ACC, SEC, Big Ten, couple losses, chance of getting to the playoffs. Yeah, 100%. For Clemson right now, they have to win the ACC in order to get in. They have to. You can't lose one more game in the regular season, and you can't lose in the ACC championship game, whether that's to most likely Miami or SMU. And you need help to even get to the ACC championship. You have to find a way, or you need some losing essentially for you to get in. You need SMU to lose. That's the big one. Or Miami has to lose 2 games because right now Miami did beat Louisville. Clemson lost to Louisville. So if Miami would lose one more game, most likely the advantage will go to Miami to get to that conference championship game. So let's jump into the game first. Louisville gets the job done on the road. How did they do it? They had explosive plays, especially in the run game. This was an offense that it wasn't, I wouldn't say is super consistent. It wasn't highly efficient, but they hit some big plays and they hit some big runs. And their quarterback, Shuck, didn't make major mistakes. And I think that was, at the end of the day, offensively, what got the job done for them against what I still believe is a talented Clemson defense. On the road, no mistakes, ran the football, hit some explosive plays. On the defensive side of the football, I thought, and this is actually for both sides, I thought Louisville, which was surprising to me, Louisville looked like for the majority of the game, like they won the lines of scrimmage. Like I said, offensively, they were able to create some pretty big games or gaps in order for their running backs to hit some big games, big plays in the run game. And then defensively, they made it difficult for Clemson to create explosives themselves. They made it so Clemson had to have perfect drives for 10 plus plays. There wasn't explosive plays in the pass game. It really wasn't into the second half that you saw Clemson get any sort of success running the football. It seemed like it was the first half was, Cade, I thought, played a good game. It wasn't his best. I thought early he was a little bit hesitant on making some throws, a little gun shy, missed a couple that could have been easy completions. But I did think that he played well. I thought he ran the ball well. And I thought he was really the biggest weapon for the offense for the majority of the first half and really for the football game. It really wasn't to the second half. And I know for those who didn't watch the game, they just look at the stats like, oh, Phil Maffa had 171 yards rushing. To me, those really started to hit in the second half. The first half, there was just not a lot of rhythm to the Tigers offense. And like I said, Louisville made them drive the field in order to have success. And then in the red zone, they play tough. So I think for Clemson, the thing going forward is going to have to be when we do face, and listen, I wouldn't even classify Louisville as like this great defense. How do we create explosives in the run and pass game? You've done it in the pass game as of late, but I know the big talking point, obviously the big talking point heading to this game was who have you done it against? Have you done it against a quality opponent? And obviously that's been no. They've built a lot of momentum. They've built a lot of confidence. But it's been a bunch of against the teams that have been losing records. I think only one team that they faced as of late is even 500 on the season. That's Virginia. So was it false? Was it real? Was it not real? Once I go back to Cade, I do think I've seen improvements from Cade Klubnik as a quarterback this year. Really massive strides from where he was a year ago, from what he looked like against Georgia. To me, Cade was not the reason Clemson lost this football game. They lost this football game because Louisville was more dominant at the lines of scrimmage. Louisville hit more explosives in the run game early on, and Louisville played better in the red zone. And that's it. Could Cade have maybe made a couple more plays? 100%. I'm not saying that he's innocent by any means. But as a whole, Clemson lost this football game because their team did not play as well as Louisville. Wasn't an individual side, wasn't an offensive issue, wasn't a defensive issue. Both sides of the football did not play well enough to win this game. And that has to be disappointing because of the way they've played, because of the fact you're coming off a bye, and the fact that you're at home. So, once again, what does this mean for Clemson, who right now sticks into 5-1 in the conference? You have Virginia Tech, you have Pitt, who had a massive loss yesterday to SMU, you have the Citadel, and then you have South Carolina. You are not in control of your destiny to get to the ACC championship game. You're not in control to get to the playoffs. And can you win the rest of the games on your schedule? Um, I would say I feel pretty good about Virginia Tech. I feel pretty good about Pitt. I feel decent about. I feel obviously really really good about the Citadel. I think South Carolina is a better football team than Clemson is. I think South Carolina is playing and can play with anyone in college football right now. So you're 9-3. You have to get to the championship and you have to win the championship right now. So for me to sit back, I don't know what the ESPN analytics say right now about percentage wise. I kind of feel good in saying that I do not think Clemson will end up being a playoff team this year. And 24 hours ago, I was announcing a football game and I had Clemson as my number 4 seed or number 3 seed because they won the ACC championship game. That's how fast things are changing this year in college football. For about a month now, because the way Miami's defense has played, Clemson has looked like, hey, Clemson may be the better football team. Clemson may win that football game and win the ACC and be a top 4 seed. Now we're sitting back saying they may not even make it to that conference championship game. So that's how fast things can happen. Listen, Miami's got some games obviously in front of them. They have 3 ACC games left. SMU has 3 ACC games left. Like I said, I think that's the one that you need to lose more. But they themselves too also beat Louisville. So they are going to need Clemson a lot of help in order to get to the playoffs. They are behind right now, unfortunately. So we'll see if they can get it figured out. Appreciate everyone. Like, subscribe. We'll have more content coming out throughout the week.